Hello class. So today we're going to talk about types of rocks. But first we're going to do an activity. So the only thing you're going to need is your science notebook and a pen or pencil, and let's get started. Today's lesson is on types of rocks. So our objective is and our aim is I can compare different types of rocks. Go ahead and say it out loud to yourself. I can compare different types of rocks, and now go ahead and say it to your talking buddy. I can compare different types of rocks. So by the end of our complete lesson of rocks, you're going to be able to tell me the three different types of rocks. You're going to be able to tell me the difference between natural and human-made rocks, and you're going to even be able to compare them by appearances and to see which group of rocks do they belong to. So make sure if you haven't written your title, I'll go ahead and open that science notebook up to a new page. Right on the top, you're going to write types of rocks. If you need to rewind it to the beginning of the video to get the title, go ahead. And then you're going to skip a few lines and write the objective right underneath. I can compare different types of rocks. So, rocks. What are rocks? And what do you already know about rocks? Are rocks alive? And if they are, how do you know? And why are there rocks everywhere? And how do rocks form? And then, so our first activity is that we're going to look carefully at the photographs in the following slides to see if you could spot and identify the rocks. This is going to be a two-part activity. So this is part one. Spot the rocks in this first slide in the country slide. Go ahead and write the answer in your notebook. Look at the picture carefully. Where do we see those rocks? Go ahead and write the answer down. Okay, let's go to slide number 2. What about the chalk cliffs? Where do we see the rocks here? Take a look at the photo. Look at the water. Look what's next to the water. Hint, hint. See where the rocks are. Maybe they're named differently, not quite rocks. I have another word for it. Go ahead and write the answer down in your notebook. Go ahead and write number 2 for this one, for chalk cliffs. Number 3 is the muddy fields. Where are the rocks in the muddy fields? Go ahead and write your answer down. Where do you think the rocks are here? In number 4, town center. Where do you think the rocks are here in town center? This looks like in the middle of a city, probably like a outside mall or a hangout area. Where do you think the rocks are here? Take a look very carefully. Where do you think they are in the picture? Okay. And let's take another one, Granite Peak. Where do you think the rocks are here on Granite Peak? I think this is the easiest one yet. So go ahead and write your answers down in your notebook. And then make sure you take a photo of your notes and you post it to this seesaw assignment. And then wait for part 2.